What up, everybody? It's your boy Eddie Brett, your man Eddie Brett, your partner Eddie Brett, your teacher Eddie Brett. Hopefully, you're having a great day. Today is March 28th, 2024, and today we're going to be talking about the P. Diddy case. P. Diddy has broken the internet, and not in a good way. P. Diddy his house has been raided, okay? And this raid is, or could be, possibly affiliated with a lawsuit by an individual by the name of, what's this guy's name? Rodney Jones. Rodney Jones. And it was a 73-page lawsuit that entails all of the inner workings of the organization, the operation of P. Diddy. This guy, Rodney Jones, allegedly, supposedly, was hired by Diddy to do a song or work on an album, and I guess Diddy didn't pay him. And the guy seems like, I don't know, a 73-page document with evidence, with pictures, videos, dates, names. I mean, the dude seemed like he might have been a motherfucking spy, to be straight honest with you. Like, dude has everything documented. Now, I don't know. Well, it's possible that I'm thinking that the dude, Rodney Jones, when Diddy didn't pay him what he was asking for, he went to a lawyer or an attorney, and his attorney advised him what to do. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Maybe that's been known or whatever. And when I say advised him what to do, I mean that basically when he went to his attorney said, well, you're still working with Diddy, but he hasn't paid you. Well, here's what you need to do. You need to document everything, document names, document times, see if you can get some video footage, make sure to take pictures with those who are harassing you, who you're sleeping with, etc., etc. That's what I'm thinking that this guy's attorney told him to do, and which he did it because, I mean, 73 pages of, I mean, I haven't read the pages. I've seen excerpts from the media, and it just seems like he was instructed to do this, this, and this, and he did this, this, and this. And that's why P. Diddy might be in the situation that he is in. It's not a laughing matter per se, but, you know, this case, I believe, is going to be much bigger than the Epstein case. Why? Because no one really knew who Epstein was prior to, you know, all this stuff that was released about him, that he had little girls and all this other stuff. You know, nobody knew Jeffrey Epstein wasn't as popular as P. Diddy. Jeffrey Epstein was known in the elite circles. The commoner could walk prior to when the Jeffrey Epstein case happened, 2015 or 2016. Let me see. When was Jeffrey Epstein arrested? Jeffrey Epstein was arrested in 2019. All right. Prior to 2019, most people probably didn't know who Jeffrey Epstein was prior to 2019. Most people. Now, I'm not saying nobody, but most people wouldn't have been able to recognize or point out or say, wow, that's an important individual right there prior to 2019. At least the commoners, right? P. Diddy, on the other hand, everybody knows P. Diddy. Everybody knows P. Diddy. He's an international star. And he was running this operation. I don't know how long he was running it, allegedly running this operation. I don't know how long he's been running this operation. But go back to a few years ago, and Mace, I just saw this. Mace knew what was going on. This is from Pat Beck David via TikTok. Let's watch it.
For this dude, and I pray that all is well with him.
Well, people are supposed to be releasing a gospel album. What came to your mind when you heard that? What thoughts did you have?
Y'all want me to answer that?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, can RuPaul put out a gospel album?
Can you imagine? Wow.
But don't you think that everybody can express themselves?
Definitely.
And if he,
I mean, they can. You ask me, I'm just answering.
Wow.
I really don't know how long this blackmailing operation, because obviously this is what it was, a blackmailing operation, has been going on. But obviously Mace back in 2002, that was 2002, right? About 20 years ago. Back in 2002, Mace said, how would you feel if RuPaul put out a gospel album? And which indicates or implies that Mace knew that Puffy, what type of relations Puffy was having. And it's not too far-fetched to know or to believe that all of those interactions were captured on videotape. Now, I must ask, or you must wonder, what is consent? Now, when I say what is consent, let me back up. If someone enters my house and on my door I have closed captioning TV active, and someone comes in, that by definition means that they consented to being recorded. Because I put up CCTV in progress or CCTV and they still come in. That means that they consented to being recorded. Okay? So, we've talked about why this case is going to be bigger than the Epstein. Because Puffy is an international star. Why is Puffy going to talk? One, Puffy don't want to do no jail time. Two, they already have his mule locked up, and no mule, little white boy. White boy gonna talk. White boy is not going to stand 10 toes down. Nothing against white folks, but dude went to college, played basketball, sports. He's looking at, depending on what all is on camera, he could be looking at a long time in jail. 3, being that there is footage in each room, if Puffy was or has been seen with girls he should not have been with, then that's self-incrimination right there. And that's going to be an open and shut case if he doesn't talk. Or, let me rewind. They would still need to verify, like if they have 2 individuals engaging in relations, they would need to find that individual to confirm her age at that, or verify that it was that individual and verify her age. If she was underage at that point, or if she did not consent, or whatever the arrangements may or may not be, they would need to get that validation or get her word, her side of the story. So if there's evidence of that and the witnesses come to testify, or if they tell Puffy that the underage girls are coming to testify against him, then that gives him even more of a reason to talk and spill the beans on all of the other individuals. Because let's imagine if the law enforcement, they see other high profile individuals on these tapes, right? And they come to Puffy and they say, hey, is this, just for an example, they say, is this, I'm going to use somebody who is probably not involved in it. Well, everybody knows Puffy, so there's no telling. But they might say, hey Puffy, come take a look at this video footage from your camera. Is this Jay-Z, hypothetically? Is this Jay-Z on this video camera? And Puffy might say, yes, that is Jay-Z. Well, Puffy, we need to gather some more information about the situation. Are you willing to give us the names of the other individual involved or who is seen on this camera? And Puffy, and they may say, hey, we'll reduce your time if everything you tell us corroborates and checks out. And they say we'll reduce your time by, let's say, 10 or 15 years. And Puffy says, okay, well, that's Jay-Z and such. And they go to such and such. Or they may go to Jay-Z. They may go to Jay-Z first. Or they may go to such and such first. They'll probably go to Jay-Z first, to avoid bringing out or putting such and such through this. They'll say that the police may go to Jay-Z after Puffy says, hey, yeah, she was underage or whatever, with the such and such with Jay-Z. They probably go to them both at the same time. They'll probably go to such and Jay-Z at the same time and say, hey, Jay-Z, we have video footage of you at P. Diddy's party. And you were engaged with a young lady. And Jay-Z may say, talk to my attorney. And they'll say, okay, we'll talk to your attorney, but we're just giving you an opportunity, Jay, to come clean about what happened. To avoid bringing this out in public, you can do a little time, 5-10 years. You can do 5-10 years for it, and it'll be out of the public. And Jay-Z will probably say, talk to my attorney. I say, okay. Now on the other side, they may be talking to such and such, right? And they tell such and such, hey, sorry to inconvenience you. Again, they're coming at such and such like the victim here, all right? So they say, hey, sorry to inconvenience you. We've come across some information that you may have had relations with Jay-Z. And she might say, oh yeah, I did. And they may say, well, when was that? What, do you remember the year that this happened? And they'd say, and such and such would say, yeah, it was back in 2004. They'd say, oh, okay, so you would have been under the age of 18 then, right? Yeah. No. Well, did Jay-Z know this? I don't know. I think so. I don't know. Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate your time. Boom. They go to Jay-Z's attorney. And they tell Jay-Z's attorney, hey, we have some information. We went to such and such. And she said that she was underage with your client, Jay-Z. We offered Jay-Z 10 years. And he told us to come talk to you, his attorneys. So his attorney says, okay, we'll talk to our client. So they go and talk to Jay-Z, his lawyers. Jay-Z has probably the best lawyers money can buy. They say, yo, bro, it's not looking good. They have video footage of you in such and such, and they're offering you 10 years. I suggest you take it. And honestly, multiply that situation times probably like 500, right? Because P. Diddy parties had lots of people. And the law has basically, the U.S. government has basically unlimited funds. All right? So this is why it's going to be bigger than Epstein, and this is why Puffy's going to talk. Because if Puffy take all these charges by himself, even though he has a lot of money, he has video footage of everything happening. Even if they only come after him, even if they only come after him for 4 or 5 times with different individuals that were illegal individuals, that's life. That's life. So I don't know what he might get as far as prison time, but if there's a way and he can get out of all of that prison time, Puffy would talk and point out whoever was at that party or those parties. I mean, because the videos, she say, he say, was one thing, but video proof is another thing, and this is going to be big. This is going to be big. Now, why haven't they arrested him? Why haven't they been charged? Because they can't sweep this under the rug. So I think charges are coming. Quickly. Swiftly. I think charges are coming. Big charges. I think that they are trying to, I don't want to say throw the book at him, but they're going to go through each piece of evidence. Boom. Date. Boom. This. Boom. That. They also, probably, who knows how long they had his phones tapped. Of course they have them tapped now. So, if you're involved, you probably don't want to call Puffy. Because everything's tapped. Right? And they're probably, like when you go fishing, you'll put a little minnow on the hook and throw it out there and wait for the minnow to swim around, and then that big fish will come and get the minnow, and that's how you catch the big fish. I think Puffy is the minnow right now, and I think the law is just waiting to see if a big fish comes. You know, so this is going to be big. I don't think we've seen anything like this before. Especially white girls under. He adopted a. There's no way. And this can be swept under the rug. And the tapes. Let's go back to the tapes. The tapes are so important because when you have tapes, you have evidence, and it's likely that these tapes have been used to blackmail other individuals, extort other individuals. So there's evidence. Now, I'm not an attorney, but they find evidence that Puffy has been blackmailing people. His associates have been blackmailing people. The conspiratorial part of me may wonder or wonders if the government will release that information, meaning if Puffy has been involved in extorting certain individuals, or Puffy's associates have been involved with extorting or blackmailing certain other individuals, will the individuals who are being blackmailed be named or mentioned in the case? Or will it just be, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. But it is going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. And when they went through Puffy's house, the house itself was gigantic. Now, for those that don't know, Puffy made some good hits, good music. But I always wondered, how in the world can that much money How can a man be worth that much money who made good music? That Puffy had a lot of money. At least it appeared that he had a lot of money. I mean, mansions, Miami mansion, LA mansion. This is a lot of money. I think music pays decent, but this goes back to Floyd Mayweather, and like it seems like people have operations behind them or hidden operations to amass so much money. And obviously we're seeing how P. Diddy got so much money via extorting and blackmailing. Now again, I'm just alleging and assuming that he was blackmailing and extorting, because no charges have been brought yet. Puffy's still a free man as of today, March 28th. So we'll see how this unfolds. It's very interesting. So thank you for watching this video. I'm out.